sense of entitlement that we hear so much about. They were so used to winning 10, 11, 12 games in a season that a lot of guys thought just by wearing the Texas helmet, it'd be easy. And after this play, we'll go into a few other reasons why they had such a tough year.
David Ash returns. He finds Davis. It looks like Ash and Davis have really started to connect with each other. Here's a game break with Kevin Frazier.
Gus, we head to Camp Randall in Wisconsin doing it, well, very differently. Not running the ball, but riding Russell Wilson's arm. He goes upstairs to Jared Aberdeus. Touchdown, the Badgers take the lead. They're holding on against Nebraska. Guys.
Offense,
all right, Kevin.
5-yard penalty, remains first down.
So an illegal substitution called against UT.
How about Russell Wilson at Wisconsin? I said he was the X factor in the Big Ten when he transferred. I thought he made Wisconsin the immediate favorite, and he's been playing like it, although there's a long way to go tonight. But all those other reasons for Texas, you know, they lost to Alabama in the national championship. He was often a hangover to get that far and not win it. Sometimes that looms over a team.
First down and 15 out of the diamond formation. Ash, who's been excellent this evening with all day to throw. He'll roll out of the pocket, looking on the run. Got it. Shipley breaking back to the ball. That's a terrific play from a freshman.
It is, and that's what they really weren't getting before from the quarterback position. Plays outside of the pocket, making key throws. We just saw that from the freshman David Ash. They didn't have that last year. Leadership among the team was difficult last year. Seniors jealous of the younger players. Will Muschamp left. He's supposed to be the head coach in waiting. Now he's the head coach at Florida, so they needed new energy, new blood, new people. And Mack Brown went out and got them.
And the 1st and 10 line brought to you by Russell Athletic. At the 30. Ash trying to set up a screen. He reverses his field. And he'll dump it.
Yeah, but is that anyone that you could actually throw it to? That looked like an offensive lineman where the ball was grounded.
With Trey Hopkins, the right tackle, closest man to the football. And this will be intentional grounding.
Yeah, now they drop it once it's determined who it was.
Intentional grounding, number 14 of the offense. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Loss of down, second down.
At that point, Gus, it felt like David Ash just said, I need a friendly white jersey, and I'm just going to throw it over in that direction. Oh, was that you, Trey? Sorry, you're not eligible. My bad, Coach.
So Ash going to the sideline now. On 2nd and 23, McCoy back in the game.
It's a throw down, but I would not be surprised if they ran it here.
And they do run it. Brown trying to get to the corner, and he will not. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. A.J. Klein with the tackle, and somebody lost a wheel, and that will be Brown.
They're going to have to do a better job teaching him how to lace them up. Remember John Wooden at UCLA used to start every year in basketball season, teaches guys how to put on their shoes and socks and lace up their shoes?
That's right.
Remember him throwing a shoe in the UCLA game going in for a touchdown. He might want to think about putting that bad boy on and maybe spatting them up. Keep the shoes on.
I don't know. He just may have such fast feet, Charles, that he's running out of his cleats. 3rd down and 23 at the 43. David Ash back in. There's a shovel pass, and it won't go very far. Fozzie Whitaker running the football. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score. Texas 34, Iowa State 0. Welcome back as we take a look at the scoring by quarters. Big 2nd quarter for UT. Scoring 21 points. Our score after 3, 34-0. So Lenz back deep as Tucker sends it away. End over end. Aussie kick. And it's fair caught inside the 15. Kevin Frazier in Los Angeles for another game break.
Gus, 2 Taylor Martinez interceptions have now led to 2 touchdowns for the Badgers. Charles's X Factor strikes again, hits Nick Toon in stride. Badgers pulling away at Camp Randall. Charles, you called it.
If I'm Tom O'Brien, the head coach of North Carolina State, remember, he said, you got to make a choice, Russell Wilson, football or baseball. If you can't be here full time, then we're going to move on. I think he'd look a lot better in an NC State uniform to Tom O'Brien right now.
And I would agree with you 100%. Coach Brew, when you look at this Texas squad, what's different this year than last year?
Gus, I see a team that's highly motivated. There's been a lot of change on the staff. There's a new vigor in the program, new strength coach. Leadership has been excellent. A lot of good things happening, guys.
2nd down and 10 to the 14, sideline, and this ball caught Chris Young, the junior, with the reception from Austin, Texas. And Coach, continue your point.
Again, Gus, like I said, Coach Wiley, the new strength coach, he's come in, really implemented a very strong weight program. They've really paid the price this summer. As you guys know, my son Nolan was involved in the program. He said it was the hardest summer he's had at the University of Texas as far as off-season training.
That's right. Nolan Brewster found out this week, Coach Brewster's son, that he would not be able to play football anymore because of migraine headaches, which resulted in concussions, and big decision for him to step away. And also a very tough time for the Brewster family. They will step away. Back after this. Texas up big, and to continue our conversation about Nolan Brewster walking away from football. Coach Brew, your son, leaving the team, I know it must have been a tough week for you and your family.
Really was, Gus. Nolan went up to the University of Michigan and got looked at by some doctors. They made a decision that he should not continue to play the game, and it's hard. It's hard on us all, but you know what, Gus? Nolan Brewster lived his dream to be a Texas Longhorn. He had a great career. He's going to graduate in May. Noel, I love you, boy.
All right, Coach Brew, thank you very much. 1st down and 10 at the 26-yard line. Iowa State, Jans throwing up the sideline, incomplete. That ball intended for Reynolds. And now if you're Texas, Charles, as we start this 4th quarter, you want to shut this Iowa State team out, don't you?
You do, because that's another landmark for you. Remember, this is a team that started the slide for them last year. Went and beat them in Austin for the first time ever, 28-21. Knocked them out of the rankings. They finished 5-7, didn't go to a bowl game. A shutout would be very satisfying for the Texas team.
And this ball caught by Darks. And it was very interesting talking to the Iowa State staff yesterday, and they were very confident, saying that if we played our best, we'll beat them again. Not the case with this Texas team.
I thought coming into it, Texas would have to do some things to allow Iowa State into the game. Didn't happen.
Jans running. And it gets to the 35. Really like the way this defense for Texas tonight has pursued the football. They've been gang tackling. You know, their schemes, very interesting. Charles, they're getting to the quarterback. 4 sacks tonight.
Remember, Manny Diaz, a defensive coordinator, has been a number of different places. He started his career as a GA, grad assistant at Florida State in the midst of that great Florida State run.
4th down, Jans in trouble again. Jans dumps it off. It's caught. And a 1st down. James White gets all the way up to midfield.
And at the end of the day, Gus, there's White, number 8, to the right side. Blocks first, gets himself up off of the ground, makes the catch, and then look at the run. Okay, now he's picked himself off the ground after blocking. 1 tackle missed, 2 tackles missed. I love the fight of James White.
And White running it again. It'll be interesting to see Texas next week with these blitz packages that they've been showing against Landry Jones. Terrific pocket passer, but not the most athletic quarterback you'll see in college football.
They know where to find him. He doesn't move that often.
Ball knocked away. Great job. And that will be Steve Edmond, the freshman.
And we're going to see a lot of youngsters playing now. Remember, Texas played 18 freshmen in the opener against Rice. That tells you how much things have changed, because Matt Brown, old school, I don't think it, in the old days, you didn't want to play freshmen. They always said if you played a lot of freshmen, you're going to have a tough year. Not anymore. These kids are precocious. But that blitz package you're talking about, Gus, it only comes into play for Texas against Oklahoma if they stop Oklahoma from running the football. If they don't, that allows Landry Jones play action and more time in the pocket.
3rd down 6 at the 47. Jantz in trouble, incomplete.
And he went Brett Favre on us at the end of the play, didn't he? Trying to make a play for his Iowa State team. Trying to throw a little shovel pass forward to try and hit a receiver.
Well, he's had a lot of white jerseys in his face this evening. And you talk about Texas, 23 true freshmen on the roster, and 18 of them played in the opener.
It's almost unheard of, Gus, in the good old days. 18 freshmen were more likely to be redshirted back then. Nowadays, they force them out onto the field because these kids come more ready to play than ever before.
4th down and 6. Jantz throwing up the field and caught. Flag on the play. Reynolds with the reception, and it looks like this time it will go against UT.
It's a beautiful catch by Reynolds, because he was getting dragged and pulled that all the way through the route, and he never gave up on it. Determined, used his body.
Pass interference, defense number 31. The penalty will be declined. Result of the play, 1st down.
That's Leroy Scott, backup defensive back.
Look at him, hand on the hip, waving in front of his face, contact before the ball gets there. And look at Darius Reynolds focus and complete the play strongly.
And that's a 37-yard gain.
I love that. I love seeing that kind of effort from a team down this big, because that's what you get graded on, Gus, come the rest of the week. And you saw the ball possibly hit the ground. If you're Iowa State, you want to get Reynolds off the field and try and run a play before they want to run a review. The coaches look at that game tape when you're down big. Did you continue to hustle when you were down? It tells a lot about your character as a player.
1st down and goal at the 10-yard line. Now they'll take another look at this play.
It's under further review.
And this crowd's thinking, is there anything that we can have that doesn't have a string attached to it? Or in this case tonight, a flag or official review. Because you're going to see him make the catch. There's the penalty. So worst case scenario, they're going to get an interference call out of it. Looks like he completes the process of the catch, but did the ball hit the ground as he was going to the ground without having firm control? Cradling it, ball's moving. See, I think you can make a case that that ball's hitting the ground, and if so, I think it comes back where it's a pass interference call against Texas, and you get the 1st down and move. Remember, they ruled it a catch on the field, so is it indisputable? That's going to be the key. See, he's getting dragged. Scott's all over him. But I love him trying to finish the play. Now, ball in his arms. See it moving in his hands. Did the arm stay underneath and cradle it? See, I'm not sure it's indisputable.
After further review, the receiver did not maintain possession of the pass. It is an incomplete pass. However, the defensive pass interference against number 31 will be reinstated. There will be a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, which was the 47. 1st down.
See, I'm not sure I would call that indisputable about that, because I'm not sure we saw the ball actually hit the ground. It looked like he was still cradling and it was moving, but then he finished the play. See, they're going to get the interference calls, we've noted, all right? But watch him as he goes down. Is that indisputable? Are we sure that that ball hit the ground? Is that positive? I don't know. I would say no, but the replay official says yes. So Iowa State gets the benefits of the pass interference call, but not the benefits of a great effort from Darius Reynolds.
I don't know, Charles.
I think he should have a catch and
Nowadays,
big yardage.
it's almost like